everyone, this is the car show on Easton, hosted by Celebrity Cars. Bob brought this beautiful car right here, and I heard a little bit of story that you don't hear that often from anyone else. So the first thing that caught my attention was, of course, those two big carburetors that's sitting in here. It's a little bit shifted and different. Let's talk about this first.
Okay, this is what they call, back in the day, a max wedge, 426 cubic inch with cross ram with two 750 CFM carburetors. And this was for racing. And you could order this car from Chrysler at the time, and it wasn't meant to ride on the street. It was meant for racing only. So this one is streetable and is totally legal for the street. A little bit of history on the car. I've had it for about 2 years.
Yeah.
And of course it didn't look like this when I bought it. I bought it from a friend of mine and went completely through the car. Transmission, rear end, motor, suspension. And this is how the car turned out, and I'm really satisfied with it, and it's a really great driver car. Yeah, it gets a lot of looks. So I'm extremely happy with the car. Yeah.
So the interior is nice, red. It's just every single part is red and it's smudged.
Yeah, it's a torch red interior, and I got it as close as I could to the Superstock look. You know, it's not exactly, but it's as close as I could get it. And the outfit that did it is called Marks, and they did a beautiful job and reasonable. Yeah, they're on Sunset, right off the 95. So if you're looking for a nice place to get some upholstery done, they're really good.
So let's talk about the transmission. Looking inside the driver's seat, and there are like buttons that I've never seen before.
Okay, this is the original 727 push-button transmission that they had back in the day. The difference with mine is that it has to be shifted manually. It's a manual shift, but it is an automatic transmission, but you have to push the buttons. So that's what makes the transmission kind of unique, and it's basically a race type situation. And so you got to be careful that you don't push the wrong button at the wrong time. So
So driving everyday situation, what's the process? What's the button that you hit?
Well, actually, this is a reversed pattern.
Okay.
So what you're going to do, you're going to take off in drive, and then second, and then back to first. And first gear becomes high gear. It's a reversed pattern.
Okay.
And for some reason, it makes the transmission work better.
Okay.
And for racing. And so, not that I'm racing, but it just happened to turn out that way. I had that particular part that, makes it a reverse pattern. So, the rear end is a sure grip, what they call a sure grip. It's like a positive traction. And it's a 355 gear, which is real nice for the highway and the freeways. So that worked out real nice. Yeah. And then the other special parts are probably the rims. They're the Torque Thrust D American mags, and you've seen a lot of these on these original cars. This type of rim, only they were real magnesium, which very rare today. So these are copies of that.
How much did this car go for when it originally came out?
Well, without this motor, just a standard kind of a Savoy, which was the bottom, cost-wise, probably about $1,800. Now, if you ordered it with this motor and stuff, you're probably looking at an additional $500 more. So you're, $2,500 to $3,000, I would say, if you got all the bells and whistles on the race car. So I've got over 30 in this one, 30,000 that is.
Another zero.
Wow. Yeah, time changes. Welcome to 2017.
Yeah, that's for sure. Everything is going up, up, up. So, yeah, compared to the last car that I did, this one's probably a third more expensive. All items have just gone up, but they're worth more when you're done with them. So I feel like I've got some equity in the car, and no problem.
All the parts did you find online in town?
I'm sorry?
Where did you find those parts?
Well, I go on the internet for a lot of them, and they have catalogs that are strictly for Mopars, and a lot of stuff just on eBay,
Yes.
and like that. And hard to find parts is where you want to go on eBay to find these things. So I found a lot of those parts on eBay. The local Chrysler dealers don't have a lot for these. Anyway, that's how I find them, and it turns out real good that way. You usually get free shipping and reasonable prices.
Yeah.
So,
Great having you this beautiful car today.
well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.